The next generation of gaming consoles is upon us. This is Indie Spotlight. Welcome to Indie Spotlight, the show where we take indie video game news, trailers, and new releases, and we get them out there for you guys to check out. As always, this week we are starting with trailers, and the first trailer that we have is Cataegis, Hus the White Wind. As you can see, this game is going to be kind of an old-style, side-scrolling, kind of beat-em-up type game. Actually, it kind of reminds me of like Ninja Gaiden or Strider. So it looks like it's going to be very cool. I don't know if I pronounced the name correctly. I'll put it right here below, like how it's spelled. And it's not an American-made game, so it's just a pronunciation error or whatever it may be. But it does look very cool. It looks like it's going to be very, very trial and error, because it looks like you're going to have to memorize a lot of patterns and how bosses fight and how different scenarios are going to play out. But it looks very cool, and I'm very excited to see how it turns out. The next trailer that we have for you this week is Strange Happenings on Murder Island. Strange Happenings on Murder Island. As you can see, it kind of actually looks like Minecraft, but from a helicopter viewpoint, which I thought was kind of interesting. You kind of crash land on this island, and then a bunch of weird stuff starts happening. Whether or not it's like Lost, I mean, either way, that's perfectly fine with me. I mean, I loved Lost, so if it's anything like it, I'll probably pick it up. Looks like there's going to be a lot of different segments to it, a lot of different types of gameplay, so it should be pretty awesome. And this is actually, I'm not sure that it's an Ouya exclusive, but it is being designed specifically for the Ouya. The last trailer that we have for you this week is Driftmoon. Driftmoon looks like it's going to be a pretty interesting title as of right now. You can go and buy it, but it doesn't actually come out officially until February 26th, which, as of the release of this, will be tomorrow. But as you can see, it looks like it's going to be kind of like an overhead action-type game. Looks like it's also going to have some puzzles and some exploration, so it looks like it's going to be kind of like the whole, the whole kit and caboodle, if you will. And hopefully it turns out to be a very good title. So, if you've been keeping up with video game news lately, you probably already know that the PlayStation 4 was announced at Sony's press conference on the 20th, and just a whole bunch of information has been coming out with that, along with tech demos, some of the games that are going to be coming out, And one of the ones that was focused on during the event was Jonathan Blow's The Witness. If you don't know who he is, he's the person who made Braid, so he clearly has a very good mind for making very interesting and awesome games. The Witness will be coming out for the PS4, so if you're looking to get a PS4 and you're an indie game person, then you can expect to see The Witness coming out for the PS4. They didn't say whether or not it's an exclusive, but he did come out on stage to say that The Witness would be coming out for the PS4. And he also gave out an exclusive trailer for it, so if you want, we will put a link for that below as well, and you can check out the trailer for it. If you're an Amnesia fan, which I am and am not, from my previous videos, or my previous video playing Amnesia. Oh God! Sprint, make a break for it. I see you. Run! Make a break for it, make a break for it! If you're a fan of Amnesia, then you're probably a little disappointed that Amnesia: A War for Pigs has been pushed back. It's not going to be coming out until second quarter of 2013 now. Originally, it was supposed to come out back in October of last year, but apparently the developer has said that they have pretty much expanded the game so much that it is no longer just an add-on for Amnesia, and now it is a full-fledged sequel. So while it may be a little disappointing that it's being pushed back a little bit, it's definitely good news to hear that it is going to be a full-fledged sequel. So you can expect to get lots more terror and fright and fear, and I still haven't beaten the first one because I'm so scared of it, so I don't know if I'll even be able to play this one or not, but hopefully it does well. It's no denying that we are in a world of computer technology and that technology is growing at an exponential rate, and I mean, a lot of people go into computer programming as a major in college, but there's a new thing from the president that's saying that he kind of wants to implement computer programming into elementary schools or schooling in general, because as we become more of a computer-oriented society, kids should have more knowledge on computers and how to use them. Whether or not you agree with this, we'd like to know in the comments below. Basically, it would just require, or put, the requirement of, instead of just like a typing class that every kid would have to do, instead this would be computer programming along with that. So, what do you think about having kids learning how to do computer programming for, the future of computer technology? Alright, new releases that we have for you this week. We only have one, and that is Super House of Dead Ninjas. But as always, thank you for watching this episode of Indie Spotlight. If you have any news, trailers, or new releases you'd like to let us know about, you can hit me up at Twitter at twitter.com/DaysRun, Ryan at twitter.com/MasterBlood, Tim at twitter.com/ShadowKingpin, or VVGTV at twitter.com/VVGTV. I'm your host, Kyle Locke, and I will see you next week when we talk more about video game news, trailers, and new releases.